Hey guys, Professor Griffin again. Python Crash Course, Lesson 12, Dictionaries. So we've already talked about lists. Lists is just a collection of stuff. It can be strings, it can be any kind of data type, but it's just a collection. They're still powerful, they're convenient, especially with the built-in functions. However, indexing them, like print list sub 3, it does reach in to element 3 and give us a value, but this value here has almost zero significance. Wouldn't it be nice if we could have a structure where we knew what the index was and we could just go straight to it because it was significant? Like in this case, it's a little silly, but I got a list of foods, mostly fruits and stuff. So in this case, like here, let's say I had a list of people, you know, and each person was in their own dictionary, which is definitely possible. Well, I could traverse the entire list searching for a specific name and comparing. I have this big O of N algorithm because I don't know where they are. But let's say these weren't fruits and foods, they were social security numbers. Well, I could access a specific individual just by knowing what their social security number was. And that's the cool thing about dictionaries. They want a key and a value. So and the key doesn't have to be string. Like, we can still do this. That's valid, as long as my syntax is valid. I can still say D sub 100 and it'll return 1,000. Having said that, D sub apples, let's print that out, will return well, 100. That's the value. So yeah, so when you build a dictionary, you use curly braces, lists use square brackets, and you can either build it inline like this, or if I wanted to start adding to my dictionary, I could do so. I could say D, let me not redeclare it. Let's come down here and say D sub something new, kiwi is equal to 88, and then we'll print the entire dictionary. So there we go, and then there's kiwi. Also notice that these are in the order that I place them, but you're not guaranteed that when you print out a dictionary, they'll be your keys and your keys will be in order. The reason is that's the way they're stored internally. Python doesn't care, because like a list is an ordered mutable container. Dictionaries are mutable, but they're not ordered. They don't need to be, because you have a key and a value. You need to know where things are only based on the key. Let me import another library so we can print things out a little better. Import pretty print, that's a true thing, and then we'll say as pp. So I can rename a library that I import with a shorter name. So then down here I can say pretty print dot pretty print, redundant, but now when we print out this dictionary it looks better. So as I keep adding element key values to this and print it out, there's no guarantee in the order when you dump it out, so don't expect it to happen, like I said, because the order doesn't matter, because you know where everything is based on the key. Alright, a couple more functions before I move on to a different video. What if I wanted to well, there's a couple of built-ins set for getting and setting values. One of them is called get. So if we said d.get, and let's say I want to get apples, because remember, we hard code things like in these lessons, but typically we'll read values from a database or a file, and as we're looping over these values and accessing the dictionary, we're not really sure what that key is, possibly. So if I said print d.get, and we want to get apples out of the dictionary, it prints out 100 because apples exists and it has a value of 100. However, if I looked for something that wasn't there, a hooble, I don't even know what that is, it returns out of stock. So get tries to access the dictionary. If the key doesn't exist, instead of throwing an exception, it sends you a default value. This is very handy, which I'll show it to you again in another context. There's one more I want to show you before I move on to it. Cut this video, it's already over 5 minutes. It's set default. So this says, hey, go to the dictionary, look for the value kiwi. If it's there, return the value and put it into X. If it's not there, go ahead and create the key value pair kiwi, but pair it with a default value of 0. So let's run that, and see, we put kiwi 0. But if I were to say, let's print out X. Grapes, we should get 2 in X. So grapes is still there too. We got the value 2. Nothing extra was added. Alright? Alright. See you guys in a minute for another dictionary video.